Hi. Probably figured out pretty quickly that I'm not Rosie Bird. I'm Ed, Rosie Bird's carpenter, and we're talking about nest boxes today, and specifically building them and how they're built, made. This is kind of our standard model, if you will. It's a little larger than it really needs to be for Rosie Bork, but so be it. These are some that I built. Has a hinged lid and not much to see inside, but it's a good place for mom and her babies. There's plenty of room in there. And if you notice, there is a perch that goes all the way through. And that's designed in such a way that we have Daddy Bird out here and Mama Bird in here, and he's going to feed her when she is raising her babies and brooding and so on. Just to mention, there is a complete detailed plans for this type of a nest box in the Rosie Bird book, and I'll let you take a look at the inside here a bit. And this is, they say there's one short chapter that's designed on basically the building and structure and how you go about it. So I would encourage you to consider that. Now, there's one thing that I'd like to do here, just to kind of deal with the way nest boxes are used. You'll notice when I sit these on top of each other, you immediately see that the entry hole is not in the same place. Duct tape is covering openings in the nests, or the cages rather, where the nest will be attached. And you don't want to put one above the other, because if you do, then when you try to lift this up to check on the babies and see how things are going, you won't be able to do that because there's not enough clearance. So we put a nest box on this side of the cage, we put one on that side, and we do essentially the same thing over there. So today what I want to talk about is not so much this type of nest box as a different type, this one, which has, as you can see, a sliding door or enclosure rather than the hinged lid that this has. And the reason is that we found that the birds that come out of this nest box seem to be more, less afraid of us and more eager to be in our hands and touched and handled and so on. And I think the reason for this is that in this case, with this nest box, this style, when you look in to check on mama and the babies, you are looming over them, and they sense that, interpret that as a predator who is going to come and eat them. And it's not unusual that the babies will start to cheep when we open that lid. And so, of course, you can take them out and hand feed them, which many of them are. But if you're not able to hand feed all the babies, this box may help you in terms of making them hand tame. So we can look at this very quickly. We have the sliding piece that comes out to allow access to the nest box itself. As you can see, there's a second piece that stays there simply for safety, so that the birds, when they start to walk around, move around, they don't fall out. It has the through perch with mama and daddy on it, as I said before. And it's got more than sufficient room. As you can tell, it's slightly smaller than the box that I was showing you. But it's hardly a big deal. So if we leave this in, consider that a permanent placement, if you will, then that way we don't have to worry about babies falling out or something like that. With this piece, we will put it here. That closes it up, and it becomes a very secure home environment for them, if you will. Then when it's time to check, we simply take that off and lay it up here. You could, of course, just open it here and look in. But if one of the birds, or mama, daddy, was in there, stuck his head out, and you accidentally dropped it, not a good thing. You've created a guillotine, is what you've done. So we want to take it off. Now, from here, I'll be showing you how to cut the wood, assemble, and create a nest box like this. I'm going to do several actually this year, and we'll test them and let you know how the results come out.
Okay, here's the inside of Sunset and Starfire's box. I've just piled in a bunch of pine shavings, and I'm going through it carefully. I'm going to go through every last bit of it and try to take out pieces of stick or anything hard, and don't want anything in there that's going to be dangerous to them. And I've gone through it once before, so this is my second time through it, and I will show you some of the pieces that I found already. So this is some sticks. Oops, I just dropped one. So pick it back up. See, that's a stick. So these little sticks are not a good idea to be in there. This is a smaller one, but it's a stick and not a soft pine shaving. So things like that I take out. And then after I'm satisfied that I've hopefully got all the big sharp pieces out, then I kind of smash it down for the birds. And they'll do what they want to with it. But I like to give them a little bit of a head start, smashing it down and giving them a little, maybe a little indentation somewhere in there. And even though I might pick out the center, here's a piece I'm going to take out. They may end up at one corner or another, whatever they want. So once we get eggs, I'll be able to show you what they like. And take some of these bigger pieces out. So there we go. We're all set to let Carpenter Ed put up this box for Sunset and Starfire. Okay. Look at that. I just got the box. And Sunset, like a good male bork, is checking it out. And Starfire saying, move out of the way, I want to see too. Just looking down in there. Yeah. Pretty nice. Nice new box. Can't come in from that side. You're going to have to go in your opening over there. Yeah. Sunset's got it figured out. Yes. Okay, I'm going to put the lid down. You have to go down through the opening. You can't come over the top. There you go. See? Yeah. See if I can get a video of you checking out your box. Yeah. What do you think, Starfire? Is that pretty nice? It just got put up, and they were all over Carpenter Ed while he was trying to do this. Just on his head, on his shoulder, on the box, generally getting in the way. But very excited to get their nest box back. Yeah, isn't that pretty nice? Pretty nice. What do you think, Starfire? Huh? Yeah, my pretty, pretty babies. Okay. We'll go on and get some other boxes. Rosie was over here looking in too. She said, I want mine. Pretty soon, Rosie, pretty soon.